Hey guys, Ross here from Desert Scouts, and welcome to our training on how you can actually increase your income as a coach by using what we call coaching funnels here at Desert Scouts. Now, I promise you this isn't going to be some sort of crazy pitch where we, come in here and we try to sell you a timeshare at the end. Although we do have an offer, because the point is to try to work with you and your company so we can all grow together on this. This is going to be very informative. You're going to be able to get something out of this regardless of if you end up booking a call with us or moving forward with us at the end of this. Now, first off, what is Desert Scouts and who is this training even for? Just so that way I don't waste any of your time. Let's reverse that. This is for anyone who's either a coach or an athlete who's been around sports, they've been coached enough or they've been coaching enough that they want to be in the sports industry, they want to make substantial income, and they want to do it in a way that provides real impact. Like, it actually helps these athletes. And I say that because there's a lot of hype that's out there in the marketplace. There's people who are trying to promise that you can make a career in sports. But the reality is that coaches are drastically underpaid. And unless you get into like professional level sports, you're typically not making anything hardly at all, if anything. And then all it takes is one injury and you're out. So this is something that you can do long term, that you can feel good about, build a real company, a real business around. The way that our company got started, Desert Scouts, is because the founder, his kids got into sports. And one of the things that he noticed was that there are a lot of children, a lot of athletes that are underserved simply because they just can't all get the attention that they deserve. They just can't. So what does that end up looking like? It looks like the kids end up maybe not liking sports because they never got good at it. They don't want to do something they're not good at. They might get injured, which takes them out of sports. You know how many kids end up spending so much time trying to get good at sports and then an injury takes them out when they could have gotten a scholarship? You see, what we do at Desert Scouts changes the trajectory of a child's life if they actually apply the things that we show them how to do. You see, our software that we've built, it helps to analyze their movements. It helps them to become not only a better athlete, but one that reduces their risk of injury so that way they can continue to stay in the game. And because of this, parents will line up and pay money to the coach who's willing to help them to implement this into their lives. And we know this because we do it over and over and over again. We're running assessment camps all over the United States in various areas by different coaches successfully. We have got the proven systems that not only get the kids to line up for the event, but it helps them run the event successfully, and then it gives them the logins and the software so that now they have a way to be able to continue to improve on their things until the next camp. So really what this is all about is being able to run a 1 to 2 hour camp, assessment camp, regardless of if you're in baseball, football, basketball. We have it in all of these. The athletes that go through our trainings, they have come back and thanked us from the bottom of their heart because the trophies that they've won, the accolades that they've been able to accumulate, it's because they said it all started with their assessment camps. And we want to put that power in the hands of more coaches because we can't do it alone. So here's how our system works. I'm going to walk through how this coaching funnel works. When you think of like a funnel, I know you're thinking of probably like an oil funnel or a drain funnel or something of that nature. But I want you to think of a business funnel, which maybe you haven't heard of. Let me show you how that works. A business funnel is basically a sequence that you take people through. So I'm going to do this real quick in an industry that you've seen this before. You've probably seen this at either gyms or we'll say a karate studios where you have something that's free on the front end. So let's say that you have this a free assessment camp. And we don't recommend having more than, say, 30 people at an assessment camp unless you start growing it to where you've got, help people with you. 30, you can manage 30 on your own. And at this assessment camp, you're giving value, you're helping these kids. They're getting attention they've never gotten before. They're seeing running drills and seeing things that they need to work on that they've never even thought of because you're following through with the software. And by the way, all of our assessments have been designed by professional athletes in that particular sport. So if it's baseball, there's a professional athlete from that who has designed the assessments, and we train the coaches on how to be able to properly grade them on those assessments, so that way they know those kids know exactly where they stand, what they need to do, what they should be improved on. So you get these kids on here, and at the end of it, you pitch them on it. You say, hey guys, listen, you pitch them on the process of being able to continue on with this, continue coming into these assessment camps, to be able to, say once a month, show up to the assessment camp, run these drills, see how things are moving and so forth. And let's just say you pitch them on $100 a month, just as an example. On average, you're going to see about 60 to 70% of the kids raise their hands and say, okay, their parents are like, yep, this was worth it. This is awesome. My kid is going to get better. This is going to reduce the risk of injury. Like, they can see that this is unlike anything that they've ever done before. And it's because you're using the Desert Scout software to run the entire thing. It provides the greatest experience that any athlete will ever go through. So now you get this take rate of people that show up, and let's just, for the sake of being conservative, let's just say that you are horrible at pitching things, and only 50% of these people sign them up. So now you've got 15 people that signed up, and you've just ran a free camp, and now you've got already $1,500 a month of reoccurring revenue. Reoccurring revenue is the best kind of income because it is predictable monthly reoccurring revenue. So now over here in the MRR side, we're going to call that monthly reoccurring revenue. You've already added $1,500 a month. So now you know what you do? You duplicate the process. You run it again the following week, and you run it again the following week. And what starts happening is this starts compounding to where now you have quickly got where you're only running, 4 to 5 assessment camps a month, and you're making a 6-figure income. And now, instead of having to freak out about income and what you're going to do, etc., and I'm not, by the way, there's no claims here because you obviously have to do the work. I'm not guaranteeing you. I'm just telling you what others are already doing and what's practical. Now, you no longer have this fear of, oh man, am I going to make money this month? What am I going to get? Because you're not getting one-off payments. You have predictable revenue. So now what if you're a school coach? Well, why couldn't you do this as a school coach? This doesn't conflict with anything. During the summer months, you could be running this thing, multiple times, but you just do it on days that you're, it's an hour to 2 of your time. So it's really, really straightforward to do this. Now, we have got the proven process that not only gets them to sign up and gets people to show up to the camp, handles the registrations, etc. We also train you on how to run the camp, how to use the software so that way the attendees of the camp absolutely love it. But then we also teach you how to get them on the reoccurring and how to actually manage and run this business. And you know why? Because if you are not successful with this and you don't make money doing this, neither will we. We are 100% in this together and reliant on you to be a part of this with us. Like, we cannot do this without you. In the same way that you could go try to do camps on your own, it will not be as good without using our software and our setup. It'll be like somebody who's never gone to the gym before and they're kind of flopping around because they don't know what equipment to use. That's how most assessment camps go, and that's why most people don't sign up, because it just feels like cheap drills. But when you run it the way that we teach you at Desert Scouts and you provide that experience to them, you will have people coming back, referring. After running a few of these and advertising a few of these, you will be getting so many referrals of people coming in. It'll be lights out. It will be the most fun income that you've ever had, because not only are you making money and you have like this freedom to actually enjoy your life, because during the week those kids are at school and you can just focus on, what you're going to do at your next drills, etc., and kind of running the business of it. But not only is it enjoyable from that aspect, you're making a true impact on these kids' lives. You're really, really helping them. And what's nice is you can then start building your team to where, let's say that you want to run more assessment camps, you don't have to be the coach to do it. You can build your team of athletes that are helping you run these camps to where you could be running a camp Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all 4 days of the week. And once you grow it's like a chiropractor. Once they grow their office enough, or any doctor, they can hire other doctors under them. And now they're running this business that really grows quick. But the thing that makes this so valuable is the MRR behind it. Now, I want to share with you why MRR is so important. Because unlike most coaching businesses where you're not building any assets that's resellable in the future, this is a resellable asset that you can one day use to launch into retirement. Let me explain. If you look at a software company that is what this would be considered for yourself, like a white labeled kind of software, even though you're using Desert Scout, so it's not fully white labeled but licensed. When you have that kind of subscription revenue, you are looking at roughly a 3 to 5 RX of gross revenue, not net revenue, gross revenue. So let's say that you get this up to where you've got $25,000 a month of reoccurring revenue coming in. That would not be something that would be unheard of. And let's just, for simple math here, let's say that you're $20,000 a month for reoccurring revenue. That means on an annual basis, $240,000 of monthly reoccurring revenue. That business is now worth 5 times that because it is MRR. You have proven MRR. I know this because I've sold my own software companies because of MRR, where they sold for way more than what you would think they would have been valued at because it's monthly reoccurring revenue. There is so much value in monthly reoccurring revenue. So now you're running this coaching business, you're growing something, but you're not just growing something that's making you money in the immediate, you're building a real asset that then can later on be resold to someone else. It's a resellable business. This is something that you're not getting. If you're working as a high school coach, if you're working as some sort of an academy, it is very rare that you're building something. You're likely just either saving money in a 401k and hoping that you'll collect Social Security. But when now you're jumping into the world of entrepreneurship, you are building a resellable asset. And that's what we can help you do here at Desert Scouts. Now, I know this doesn't go into the nitty gritty of all of the things that we can help you do, because our software helps the kids with their nutrition, mental clarity, so many different things. But from a business standpoint, this is what we're helping coaches to do utilizing our platform. Now, with that said, if you would like to learn more about this opportunity, all you have to do is click the link down below and schedule. But I'm going to be upfront with you and transparent on the pricing, just so you know what does it look like. What's the cost getting into it? So the cost getting into this, it used to be like you had to license it. There was like a $5,000 upfront fee, and then you had to pay per subscriptions, etc. To be able to get access to everything, the training materials, all of that stuff. If after the call, if you're like, yes, this is for me, even though we've got financing options, it's $1,000 to get into it. So I want to say that up front, because I don't want you to be like, oh man, there's no way in the world I'd ever be able to do that. There's $1,000 up front. That is nothing. The reason why we have to charge that is because it costs us that much in time to train you on how to do these things. And then there is a monthly subscription to the software. But depending on what level of the software you end up getting, that changes. So we'll go over that with you on the phone call. But you can the subscription is at a low enough cost that on your very first assessment camp, you can have everything covered. In fact, the buy-in and the subscription is low enough that after running your very first assessment camp, you should be good. And if we do our job and you do your job, it's going to be a win-win. We all get to make money together. Guys, I appreciate your time here. It's been about 15 minutes. Thank you very much. If you would like to get on a call, we would love to speak with you. Click on the link down below. We'll go through the nitty-gritty details of how the software works, etc. And I know that this could be a good fit for a select few. Not all of you. Not everybody wants to run a business. Not everybody wants to be able to run camps. This is not a get-rich-quick thing. But you can make good money very quickly as long as you put in the work through this funnel system. I mean, just to end on this, think about it. Everything in life is a funnel. You go to Hopefully you don't go to McDonald's, but you look, it's like, oh, $1 hamburger. And then you get in and it's like, oh, would you like fries? Would you like drink? They upsell you on things. Frontier Airlines, $50 flight. Again, you want your luggage, you want this, you want that. Before you know it, you're paid for a full-fledged flight. Everything in life is a funnel. And so that's what's going to help this is we're going to attract people in, getting them in through these assessment camps, pitching them on the upsell, getting them in the monthly reoccurring subscription. Guys, this is not a theory. This is a proven factual thing. And I'm telling you that because we've done it over and over and over again. We are literally going to take our systems and plug them in for you. Have a great day.